everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be going over TH13 attack strategy, the super GiBoWitch attack strategy, and it's just a small, it's a fun little strategy I like to use using the super giants, and I just want to incorporate it in my, strategies to see what they could do and how, good they are and stuff like that. So, the GiBoWitch attack strategy is something that I use at the lower levels, and I want to try it at the higher levels with the super giants. So, we're gonna jump to a few replays for how it works, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, starting off with this base, and I'm going to let it play straight through. It's a pretty easy strategy. On the bottom, you can see we have 10 super giants, 8 witches, 9 bowlers, 2 ice golems. That blimp is actually going to turn into a wall wrecker. In your wall wrecker, you can bring a P.E.K.K.A, you can bring yetis, you can bring more super giants. I mean, you can bring pretty much anything you want. We have our heroes. We got 2 heals, a rage, a jump, 2 freezes, a poison, and another rage. So what I've noticed about this strategy, we'll go ahead and play it here. What I've noticed about the strategy, it's not a war attack strategy. I didn't really try to use it in war or anything. It doesn't do really well against anti-3-star bases. It works really well against ring bases. Like, for some reason, it does really well. As long as you can push your wall wrecker into the middle, take down the town hall. The witches, the bowlers, the giants themselves. Usually they go around the base sometimes. A few of them will leak into the middle of the base. But as long as you can get your wall wrecker in the middle, enrage, the yetis that are in there or the P.E.K.K.A, and support them to get through to the middle of the base and take it down. I usually end up with a 3-star against ring bases pretty much every single time. It's probably the strongest against ring bases that I've seen so far, at least for me personally, because, I usually use hybrid or, queen charge hog attack or yetis or, mass P.E.K.K.As and yetis, something like that. But they usually have a hard time taking down the ring bases. But the super GiBoWitch attack strategy that I've been using, you can see the wall wrecker pushing its way in. It just works really well against ring bases. It does really, really well. The wall wrecker, as long as it makes it to the middle, you can see that the town hall goes down. And look at that. We got bowlers, witches on the left. We got, I think, giants and archer queen on the right side. It just absolutely destroys ring bases. And I definitely tried it in war to see how viable of an attack strategy it was. It definitely struggles against anti-3-star bases. It's because it's not really meant for anti-3 bases. It's more meant for like spreading out the troops and then kind of just swarming the base. And that's what's great about ring bases, because they have these 2 channels, the left and right side, and the bowlers, the giants, your heroes, they just follow the channel and destroy everything in their path. With, like hybrid and, hogs, they do specific routes, they look for specific defenses and stuff like that. It's a little bit more difficult to do, but with the GiBoWitch, they kind of just make their way around the base. They just overpower each defense that they come to, and they just absolutely destroy. Let's go over another replay here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But it's just super powerful, man. It's super powerful against ring bases. You can see a lot of my fails. I think most of them have been against like anti-3 bases. I'm just finding any base in Legend League and hitting it. But here we go, the exact same base. Let's see if I hit it the exact same way or not. I don't really try to focus on anything except for maybe taking down the scatter shots. Maybe the scatter shots are probably the biggest threat. They're just one of the strongest defenses at Town Hall 13. They're, the biggest threat to a lot of attack strategies. So you see I'm coming straight from this scatter shot like corner. So we got the witches coming down. So I did a little bit more funneling on this one. You just place everything down and smash in. Super giants do more damage to walls, by the way. So you don't really have to worry about the wall wrecker getting through it. Just place the giants first. Let them soak up the damage. You got the heal coming down. Poison on top of the CC troops that are coming out. And you just let them have a field day, man. It's absolutely destructive. It's a nice little farming attack strategy if you guys need one. I wouldn't suggest it for pushing, because you can only use the giants, a week at a time. So you'll eventually run out of it. And I tried regular GiBoWitch. I just changed out the super giants for regular giants, and it's definitely not the same. The super giants are way tankier. They can get to the walls easier, and they just provide a lot more value than regular giants do. We can see there, I mean, some of the, the queen leaks into the middle. We got a bunch of bowlers on the right side. Witches are up on the left, and world champions up there as well. But you can see once they get through the middle of the base, I mean, I have yetis coming in the wall wrecker, so the yeti might also come out and help take down the surrounding, inferno towers and everything like that. But once they clear that out, look at that. I mean, the base is pretty much open to being destroyed by the giants, and everything's tanking in front of it. We got bowlers bouncing and destroying everything, behind the giants and everything like that. It's pretty powerful against ring bases. I'm gonna have a few more replays play so you can see it working on different types of bases. There is gonna be one replay against an anti-3 base that it just happened to work pretty well against it. But I did it during CWL with one of my other accounts and took down a ring base with it. So I noticed that the strategy works really well against ring bases. So if you guys want a fun, farming Legend League attack, or, maybe there's a ring base you want to take down, definitely recommend trying out the super GiBoWitch attack strategy. But again, I would not recommend it for pushing, because look, I only get it for another day and then I have to switch to something else. But if they ever remove that cooldown, maybe I'll try it out for pushing and See how far Super GiBoWitch can take me, but it does not do very well against anti-3 bases. It doesn't do really well against these teaser bases. Let me show you here real quick. There was one that I almost got, but I couldn't. I just kept running. There it is. These teaser bases, you see how the like town halls on the outside, like by itself. These are like the most difficult ones to take down with this strategy because you have to use the wall wrecker, and if you use the wall wrecker to come right at it, then how are you gonna get through the rest of the base? So what I did was I was trying to come from the opposite side, right? And what I was going to do is just push through, right? Let everybody push in. I believe I dropped the wall wrecker as well. I'm gonna try to take down all the value that's in the way, and then on the back side we got scatter shots, we got heroes, enemy CC, all that. I was gonna try to wait and take it down with my world champion, and you can see I haven't dropped my world champion yet. I'm gonna go ahead and 4 times it because it is a fail. I did get really close though, but every time I ran into these types of bases, I always had a hard time with it because when you place it, you know, when you go against ring bases, the town hall is in the middle of the base, so you can attack from any direction. But for this one, if you attack from, you know, the short side of the town hall, you know, you're not gonna get very far. You're gonna die, and then you're not gonna get very far, and then, you know, your troops won't make it through the base and stuff like that. You can see that I almost got it though. World champion comes down. I tried to take it down, but I ended up getting a little unlucky with it. I think the hound popping really messed me up too. Witches are attacking it, right? And we go ahead and 4 times it again. Yeah. So the hound just distracted my queen long enough, and I almost would have got it. I wouldn't have got the 3-star because she would have died out anyway, but yeah, so it doesn't work very well against anti-3s, teaser bases, and then bases where like the Inferno towers are like isolated by themselves, and you know you can't really reach them. They have a hard time with that one, but ring bases does really well on, and definitely recommend trying out for farming. If you guys, you know, I have so much dark elixir now I can't use it for anything else except for, you know, trying out different super troops. But that's it for the video. A few more replays are gonna play, and then it'll be the end of the video. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely appreciate like, comment, subscribe. If you got any questions, feel free to let me know. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.
About